Taylor Swift sparks engagement rumors with a giant diamond ring.
Billie Eilish calls out fans for upsetting dangerous pranks.
And Demi Lovato reveals she almost quit music after her overdose.
All that and more on today's Daily Hollywood Rundown. What is up, you guys? Happy Friday. Welcome to today's episode of the Daily Hollywood Rundown. I'm Sussan and Sinead.
Hey guys, it's Sinead DeFries. I'm a little sad because this is our last DHR together.
I know. Well, not forever.
Not forever, no. But it has been fun taking,
awesome.
a little vacay from the Style Channel and hanging out with you guys here on the news side. I'm gonna miss you guys, but I'll see you soon. We work in the same building. We pretend like we never
And you know
see each
what?
other.
I'm gonna get you. Make sure anytime I see you in the building and we're shooting DHR, I'm totally gonna grab you.
Oh, I love it.
Yeah,
I
love it. Emil's back next week, which is very exciting. Yay! And we have so much news to get into today. But before we do that, make sure you hit the subscribe button, hit the bell, leave comments. We're doing Youre So Clever later on in the show. But man, we've got a jam-packed show today, Sinead.
Yeah, what is going on with Demi Lovato?
Demi Lovato once again bears her heart to the world following her emotional Grammys performance, and she's dropping some major truth bombs, including thoughts about quitting music after her overdose. If you tuned into Demi's performance during last Sunday's Grammy Awards, there wasn't a dry eye in the room, especially knowing that the track Anyone was written and recorded just 4 days before Demi overdosed back in 2018. It probably also had to do with the fact that on her first attempt to sing the song on stage, Demi became overwhelmed with emotions and quickly made the decision to start the song again. She explained what happened when she was forced to pause and restart the song during an appearance on Andy Cohen's SiriusXM show, saying, "I think I was just overwhelmed and overtaken by emotion." Despite starting over and ultimately moving the audience to tears, Demi admitted she, quote, "was really proud of the vocal, and I thought I'd never have a moment like this, where I've sat down at a piano or that I've stood next to a piano and sang my heart out." Demi went on to talk about her amazing support system and the special meaning of the song to her, among many other things. But fans were even more shocked when Demi revealed that she had strong thoughts about quitting music altogether while in the hospital after everything that went down. Andy asked her whether there was a time that she had the conscious thought that she might not come back to music. And Demi revealed this.
Absolutely. I mean, I think as time goes on, I'll be able to give more information or more details and things like that. But just in a general, it was a general thought. We didn't know what was going to happen. We didn't know how healthy I would be when I left. And, it was a scary time in my life for sure.
It's really hard hearing Demi say all of that, but we are so grateful and thankful that she pushed through the hard times like she did. She's such a fighter, she's such a warrior, and we are so here for her. And honestly, I cannot wait to see her soar this year.
Yeah.
Like the Grammys performance, the Super Bowl this weekend, it's just gonna get better and better.
Yeah, I'm really proud of her. I think that it's always important to speak up, and you never know who you're affecting out there, which is really the most important thing. All right, well, in some kind of strange, kind of crazy Billie Eilish news, she's speaking up about these impersonators. Being a Billie impersonator is a very hot thing to do right now
Seems that way.
on the gram, on the tube, and we get it. But Billie is not happy because fans are actually getting hurt, you guys, so just stop it. You may have seen videos circulating online of Billie Eilish apparently and seemingly being rude to her fans. Well, good news, you guys. It turns out it wasn't Billie at all, and it was another Billie Eilish impersonator. The real Billie, however, is furious about being impersonated all over the internet. At first glance, you can understand how people can easily get confused by these viral photos and videos of what appears to be Billie Eilish. The images appeared on viral photographer Jordan Matter's Instagram account, and it caused some major confusion among fans who caught a glimpse of the impersonator in person. You can see in that video that so many fans were convinced that they were in the presence of the Billie Eilish. The imposter was all part of a stunt orchestrated by Jordan, in which Billie did a high-flying acrobatic move. So like we said, Billie was upset, and she took to Instagram to voice her real concerns over the skit. And let's just say she was not happy, and rightly so. She first posted this pic with the caption, "Please stop doing this. It is not safe for you, and it is mean to people who don't know any better. You make me look bad." Billie also shared screen grabs of several YouTubers' Billie Eilish-themed pranks, along with the message, "Please" and "Stop." Clearly, Billie was upset by this. It is dangerous and not safe, as she said in her post, as fans will mob Billie or people pretending to be her in the streets and all chaos breaks loose. And it's also really mean to not only Billie, but to the people who believe that it is her. As Billie said, these Billie fakes are making her look bad. During one of these mall incidents, a fan met someone pretending to be the singer and titled her video, "She Was So Rude." But not only is it mean when impersonators treat fans in a rude way, but Billie also called it disrespectful when she called out one person's outfit choice, joking, "Also so disrespectful that you'd go out pretending to be me wearing this." The photographer, Jordan, he actually did apologize.
I saw that.
And Billie's mom had also spoken up about it. And it is actually like an awful thing to do. I get it though, because I can see both sides in the sense that impersonating celebrities like is a thing on the internet. It is a YouTube trend. Like I've seen people like go through the drive-thrus, you know, and like they pretend to be celebrities.
Oh, yeah.
Like all of that is a very big thing, but I guess like doing it in a very open, like crowded
Public
space.
place.
Right, like going through a drive-thru, you're not gonna hurt anybody or a bunch of people, but really causing like a huge commotion because you're pretending Billie Eilish is about to do a high-flying acrobatic stunt. Like who wouldn't watch that? Who wouldn't like, you know what I'm saying? The whole thing to me is just insane, but I mean, I'm glad that he did apologize because I think he realized very quickly that she's right and that hurting people is not worth your YouTube views, dude.
No, absolutely. And this one really hits close to home for me in a sense where I've actually gone and went looking for Billie. So at the end of last year, it was the Variety Hitmakers lunch that was happening in West Hollywood, and I saw on my feed that Billie Eilish was there as well as Lil Nas X, and I was like leaving a press junket I was doing, and I was like, you know what, I'm gonna go down there and I'm gonna try and meet Billie, like hang out in the bathrooms, okay, maybe that's a bit creepy, but I'm like, you know what, I'm just gonna head over there. And I actually got there and I saw a whole bunch of fans waiting outside. It was like a restaurant, sort of bar place in Los Angeles. And at that point, I got in, I went upstairs, I had this whole thing to lie to the front door about getting in and about who I was. I was gonna pretend I worked for Universal Music, because whatever. So anyway, I get there, I open the door, and the event had finished.
Oh,
so I was
my
like,
gosh.
okay, so I obviously missed Billie, she wasn't in the building, but you guys, I was heartbroken that night, because when I arrived outside the car park, there was a whole bunch of fans waiting. And then later on, I went onto Instagram, and the fans that I saw waiting when I arrived, Billie actually was taking photos with them, so somehow I missed her in those few
Like you
moments.
literally missed, you like must have just crossed
Must have just crossed this. I was like, oh, gutted, but I'm still waiting. I actually had a dream of her the other night, and I actually was crying. You know what, this is getting really weird. And I'm just gonna stop right now.
You're like, what were we even doing? What am I
You know
doing
what
here?
happened? I dreamt that I met Billie and my phone wouldn't work, so I couldn't like actually get a photo with her.
You know what, that just shows like your anxiety, you know?
All right, you guys, it's Friday, and you know what? It's one of our very favorite segments, You're So Clever, where we highlight some of your very clever comments from the week during from some of our DHR videos. So I'm gonna kick it off with this comment that was in response to the whole James Corden carpool karaoke kind of controversial thing. Lydia said, just rename it to carpool karaoke. Shrugs. Which is hilarious because it was getting pulled along with like by another vehicle, which I thought was very, very clever.
Yes.
Okay, now we had quite a few comments on the whole Kim getting snubbed by Beyonce, but then actually proving she wasn't snubbed by Beyonce when it comes to Ivy Park. This person said, Beyonce didn't give it to her, Kim bought it, lol. As well as Caroline, who said she bought it, poor Kim. And the screenologist said, plot twist, Kim went and bought everything herself and Beyonce sent her nothing.
I highly doubt that because there were lines. There were crazy lines.
Yeah, but you know what? She had the box. I
That's
don't think you
true.
could buy the box, but we've got a couple more. We also had Michaela saying the teacup is overflowing. I repeat, the teacup is overflowing, and you know it always is here at Clevver. As well as Estefani, who was explaining to Sinead and I about Hump Day. Remember we mentioned Hump Day, saying
yes.
Hump Day means the beginning of the week. It's an uphill climb. Wednesday is Hump Day because the rest of the week goes faster over the hump, downhill. And we also had a fan saying, Sinead, I need your shirt. It was the shirt you had on that said adultish.
That's from Forever 21.
Yes.
Yeah, I got it years ago, unfortunately.
Dang. And also Shika, I just wanted to give a shout out. Sorry if I mispronounced your name, but yes, it was your suggestion to start wearing my hair up, and it does give me headaches, so I literally pull it out straight after we shoot.
Aww.
But that was because of you, so thank you. And that's the end of You're So Clever.
I love your hair up, by the way.
Thanks, girl.
All right, you guys, well, it's not just Friday, but it is Miss Americana Day on Netflix. The documentary dropped. It is here. And if you remember seeing seeing something in the trailer that looked like a giant potential engagement ring on Taylor Swift's finger, then we are getting an even closer look at that ring, and you will see quickly why fans think she might actually be engaged. So as you probably know already, Taylor Swift's new Netflix documentary, Miss Americana, is now streaming on Netflix. Taylor shared the excitement of the release with this IG post saying, quote, "So it's finally out. Miss Americana is on Netflix, and I'm really excited for you to see it. It's pretty wild to be sharing this much of my life because it's pretty scary to be vulnerable, understatement of the century." And sharing a lot about her life is exactly what she's doing. But not only does she talk about her relationship with Joe Alwyn, something we were really hoping for in the documentary, viewers and fans have gone a little wild over a particular scene where many think Taylor might be wearing an engagement ring. During a scene where Taylor talks about breaking her silence on politics, she says, quote, "I need to be on the right side of history." She then lifts up her left hand and reveals a massive diamond on her ring finger. Here's a screenshot from that scene so you guys can see it for yourself. And yes, it does look like a sparkling ring, but not sure it quite looks like an engagement ring. Right now, we're on the fence. However, a number of fans are thinking that this scene and the documentary definitely have sparked news of an engagement, like this person who said, quote, "Am I crazy, or am I the only one who saw the engagement ring on Taylor's finger?" As well as, quote, "We see that ring in Miss Americana, Taylor. Is there something you need to tell us?" And this fan who wrote, quote, "Excuse me, Taylor, that looks like an engagement ring and I am not well. Hashtag Miss Americana will soon be hashtag Miss British. Don't play with my emotions. Blink twice if I should drop the subject." The director of Miss Americana was actually asked about the moment in question during the Sundance Film Festival because, like we said, you could kind of see that ring in the trailer. She remained pretty tight-lipped, telling In Style, quote, "Whoa, I'm gonna have to revisit that scene." Either way, Joe Alwyn was a bigger presence than expected in the documentary. He showed up on camera to give Taylor a hug after one of her shows, and Taylor was seen mouthing, "I love you" to him. It's emotional. I love that director, even if this is like completely false and fake and whatever, I love that director was like so good about that. She's like, "Ooh, maybe I'll have to revisit that."
The tea,
Yeah.
the tea. I looked at this ring very closely and I was trying to look. It doesn't look like a traditional engagement ring. If it is that, it doesn't really look like an engagement ring.
Not at all.
Even though, like, there's no rules about what an engagement ring needs to look like, but it just, me personally, I was like, I'm not quite sure.
Yeah, you are right though, because who knows what people want to do with like rings or styles or whatever. I knew this woman who her engagement ring were like matching tattoos. They just decided that they didn't want engagement rings. They're like, we don't really like rings, and they just tattooed their fingers, and it looked dope.
I love that. All right, Sinead, now you're an expert at this. You know what time it is.
Yes, it's time for the
Final.
Wait, I forgot what I'm supposed to be.
It's time for the final
rundown. I was like about to do it. That would have been so embarrassing if I did it before final.
I love it. 1.5 minutes on the clock. I'm going to kick it off with Taylor Swift. Some more Taylor Swift news. Apparently, sources reveal why she didn't go to the Grammys. Page Six sources revealed that Taylor's team was in talks with Grammy producers a few days before the event and said that Taylor would only attend if she was to win a Grammy, specifically for Song of the Year. An insider stated, quote, "While it wasn't an explicit demand, her team was certainly fishing to find out if Taylor was a winner. It was understood in the conversation that if she wasn't winning, she's not coming to the Grammys." Another source did point out that it's not uncommon amongst Hollywood's elite to want to know beforehand. I mean, I don't think that's like big news.
No, I think a lot of celebrities do that actually.
Yeah.
Like, especially if you are busy, you know? Like, I want to be there to be honored and also thank the people that are honoring me, but if I'm not getting an award, then I got things to do.
It's a lot of work.
Well, in Harry Styles news, Harry surprised fans when he joined Lizzo on stage for a pre-Super Bowl performance during her appearance at the SiriusXM and Pandora's Opening Drive Super Concert Series. Lizzo was billed as the headliner, and there had been zero mention of Harry until Lizzo dropped the big announcement on stage, and as you can imagine, the crowd went absolutely wild. Harry rocked a cool 70s look while he belted out Juice with Lizzo, and oh my gosh, I will just tell you right now, I don't care how old I get in life, I will always be obsessed with Harry Styles.
Always obsessed with Harry. Also, it's the Super Bowl this weekend, you guys. I cannot wait to see the Super Bowl halftime show. We're going to have J-Lo, Shakira,
Demi Lovato singing the national anthem.
Yes, and also all the ads. I was asking everyone in the office this morning, who knows who's actually playing in the Super Bowl? Do you know?
Do I know?
Oh, well, that is it for today's episode of the Daily Hollywood Rundown. Of course, tomorrow we have Celebrity Lowdown, so make sure you tune in Saturday morning for that. Of course, it'll be up all weekend. But before you go anywhere, Sinead, what do you want to know?
I want to know if you guys think Taylor Swift is engaged. I'm going to tell you right now, I don't think so. I really don't. But you know what? My opinion doesn't matter. Yours does. So let me know in the comments.
Yes, I really want to know that too. Also, what are your thoughts on the whole Billie Eilish impersonators that are out there pretending to be Billie? What are your thoughts on all of that? Do you think it's rude? Do you think it's mean? Do you think it's dangerous? I kind of agree with all the things that Billie has said, but let me know what your thoughts are in the comment section below. And we'll see you next week.
Bye, guys.
Bye, guys. But hold on, you guys, before you run away, make sure you catch up on yesterday's episode of DHR. It's right here. It's a really good one.
Yes, and then be sure to subscribe because we're always here, like every day.
Like every day. We don't go home, ever. Like, we just live here.
We live here.